Hello, my beautiful Earth sign energies. Welcome to your general readings for the month of October with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. There are some timestamps for your readings of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So you can either watch all of the readings or you can, go to the timestamp for your reading, whatever is right for you. I would really love to know where in the world we are connecting from. So put that in the comments. Let me know where we're connecting from. For those of you that wanted to follow that new Abundance Manifestation Masterclass of mine, I do apologize. The link that I had in the previous videos were incorrect, but I've got the right link in now. Okay, so I'm going to draw your cards for you. I've got 3 different decks for each of you, and then we're going to end off with an Angel Prayers Oracle card there for you. So Virgo, you're up first. Hi, beautiful Virgos. I hope that you're doing amazing, my beautiful, beautiful people. I do have a special affinity in this world for Virgos. We just get along really, really well. And I just like the straight arrows that you all are, and how considerate you are, and how kind you are, and just being there for everyone. But also remember, sometimes it's very, very important, Virgo, to allow others to also give to you, to not just receive, but to also allow yourself to give. And also when you do give, don't always be afraid that people's going to sort of like, try to like con you over or anything like that. It's like I've got this fluctuating energies happening for you. Like, let me give, let me give, let me give. Oh my God, no, 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 no. That sort of thing. All right? It's almost, I sense you being scared about something, nervous about something. And I feel that you don't have to be nervous about it. It's almost like you might be feeling, I don't know, you might have gone out on a limb to maybe help someone else, and now you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, is this the right thing to do? Should I have done that? What if that goes south? I feel that going very north, okay? So, yeah, there is quite a lot of deep inner work that you needed to be doing there, my beautiful Virgo, that I can tell for a fact. I can also see that for many of you, you kind of went into that space where you were saying to yourself, you know what? I don't know if I'm ever going to get the help. I don't know if I'm ever going to get the support. I'm just going to do it on my own. And whereas that might be almost like a very resisting sort of energy or resistant sort of energy in others, I feel that for you it was the right thing that you should have been doing. All right. So you've got the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, as well as the beautiful Hierophant energy over there. All right. And Hierophant energy is all about new beginnings. But it's about those challenges that often goes along with new beginnings. It's about, when you've got an angel on the one side that says, you know what, beautiful Virgo, you can do it. You've got this fucking devil on the other end that goes like, do you really think you can do that? Like, don't be ridiculous now. Look at what a fool you are, And you can basically choose which voice you're going to listen to. But if I were you, I'd listen to the voice of the angel, because that is the voice of truth. All right? That is the voice that's on your side that wants you to win. But as I said, I can see that for many of you, you have gone through incredibly dark days. Incredibly dark days. And, probably for most of your life, but especially in the recent past, it kind of feels for many, like I get for many of you, it almost feels like you had the experience of a lot of people turning their backs on you. Now, Virgo, I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me objectively, nicely, because I mean this quite well. But what I do see, though, is I see that in your sense, there's a lot of the pain that you've gone through has been very beneficial to your growth, because you may not have realized it, but some people may have thought of you as sort of like two-faced, or they can just take advantage of you. There's this mask that you may have been wearing and not have been aware of it. And this mask that I'm talking about, it's not about being fickle or two-faced or anything like that. But it is that, sometimes when we are so kind in life and we so want to be there for everyone and we so want to support everyone and, all that sort of stuff, what we don't realize is how we compromise ourselves little bit by little bit in the process. All right. So it might be that you compromise yourself little bit by little bit more and more in the process, unresolved pain, said, okay, it's fine, I'm going to do it, that sort of thing, not going to accept help. And in a way, even though, there is almost like strength at the moment, it is the sort of thing that distances you from other people, because in energy, it repels them. So I see that for you, even the challenges that you've gone through, and even I would say the people that wrote you off, or the people that you had to move, from, in a sense, it brought you towards where you are right now, and this is beautiful growth. and there is some challenging growth for you happening going forward, but I see you spiritually sort of like expanding very beautifully. I see you, even animals coming to you. You know, this, it's beautiful. It's, you are really growing spiritually. It's like that beautiful light that you've always been, and that you may have even forgotten that you are. I see that beautiful light coming back for you. Okay. And there's definitely love here. There's definitely love. Someone is incredibly in love with you. You know, someone is smitten with you. Like, they really want to be with you. And you are in that space where I feel that it's challenging for you, because this may be somebody that has had very strong feelings for you for quite a while, and you know, maybe sort of realize it's not going to work. So maybe they, you know, I won't really say they friend zone themselves, but it's almost like they realize that this was all that you had available to give at this particular point in time. Maybe you didn't want to bring this person into your drama and stuff like that. But I see that it's almost like, and even with this person maybe not saying anything, in energy you can feel them drawing closer to you. You can feel that the time is right for them now. And the way that you will get that is also like, even if they offer you some help, you're at a space where you will actually consider that help where you wouldn't have considered it before. Okay, clarifying that 5 of Swords, we have the 8 of Wands popping up in reverse, the 10 of Wands in the upright position, and then also we've got that beautiful Hermit energy, the your energy. So you see again, the pain has brought you into the truth, the honesty, the validity of who you are. So what is also really, really great is that you got to a point where I feel that you stopped trying to, especially with your person, but maybe in general as well, you know, you started to say no to things that you should say no to, whereas maybe previously to keep the peace you would have said yes. So I can see that you stopped sort of like putting all that anxiety on you and that pressure on you of, you know, always trying to do the right thing and always trying to be there for everyone and all those sort of things. I can see that you really saw the futility of that and you sort of moved away from that. I see that birds started to come into your life more. And to me, birds is always a sign of the angels, that they are around us, that they support us. It's interesting because I feel that for many of you, now, obviously, this is not maybe for all of you. You can let me know in the comments. But I feel that for some of you, it's almost like you felt super shit about how you maybe kept your person at a distance. But I'm going to say to you that, you know, it's yes, you may have needed to go through that there for a while. But, you know, sometimes, and even in marriage, you may have been even married to someone or in a committed relationship with someone. But there's just always that something that you weren't able to fully give. Maybe you had to sort of like maybe take care of someone or something like that, you know, and it's almost like whoever you almost had to look out for, that person somehow matured in their energy, and you just sort of like accepted things for what they are. You know, so you don't try to make them anything different, you don't try to make them fantastical or anything like that. And so you had to really forgive yourself for a lot of things. I can see that you went through quite a dark space there. That's very much something that I actually got for Gemini in their reading. All right, maybe you want to look at that, where some that they went through some pain, not to the extreme that they would have gone to, which is interesting because you are both ruled by Mercury, okay, by the planet Mercury. But I do see that you started to find your way and you started to open yourself to someone. And even if it was like maybe just a brief encounter that the two of you had, that sort of changed everything. It changed some sort of dynamics. Somehow, I think they were sort of vulnerable with you. You got to see the person's you know, like humanness in a sense. Because it almost feels like for a lot of times, it feels like maybe you felt sort of like that this person was almost sort of out of your reach because they like so together and all that sort of stuff, which nobody really fully ever is. But, you know, sometimes we need to see that to really get it, to really believe it. So clarifying that Queen of Swords there for you, we've got the Knight of Wands, sorry, the Knight of Swords, my apologies, the 7 of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Wands. There's a definite breakthrough here in energy. There's a definite breakthrough here in love. There's a definite breakthrough in it's and when I say love, you know, and even look at what's at the bottom of the deck here, the 9 of Pentacles, wish fulfillment, doing your own thing, life working out for you. So what I see for you, my beautiful, beautiful Virgos, is that by opening your heart it's like you are sort of like slowly pulling back this curtain, or it's being pulled back for you, where the beauty of life is being presented to you, where you know, you can actually see how beautiful the future can be. And I'm going to encourage you to dream on that future. For the longest time, you may have not wanted to allow yourself to daydream on how beautiful the future can actually be, but I'm going to encourage you to actually do that. All right? Because that is how, you know, the universe is giving you the invitation, and that is how you are saying yes to the invitation. That is how you are saying, yes, I am open to that. I would appreciate that. I would like to love that. I think that is something that I would like to do. Okay. Let's see what we have for this Hierophant energy. So you got the Six of Swords. Bottom of the deck there, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, things slowly but definitely certainly moving in a positive direction. That curtain slowly moving like, you know, away. You've got the Six of Swords, which is so great because you are finally getting someone who is actually authentically on your side. You can just be freaking you with them, you know. You know that crazy wacko version of you that you are when nobody's watching and you're like alone in the forest and whatever, and you're like a crazy fairy, or whatever the case may be. You can be that person, you know, sit and, I don't know, drink vodka underneath the table with them or stuff like that, you know, at the middle of the night. So Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, as well as the Knight of Cups. All right, so I see something beautiful growing there. It's like a friendship growing into more, which is beautiful, you know, a friendship going into, moving into love, all right? Very naturally, you know, you can trust this person, you know, this person's really got your back. It's like you really know each other. So it's like that natural, you know, that natural next step. And I'm writing it down for you because by writing something down, we make it very powerful. You make it real, all right? Let's see what we've got for you in angel prayers. What is it that the angels have for you? What message for Virgo, please? Oh, look at that card. It went flying. It went in reverse, but just to let you know that you shouldn't doubt this. Somebody in the beyond, in the afterworld, is in connection with you. It's not your imagination. Psychically, spiritually, you may have been suppressing it for the longest time. It's coming forward. It says a loved one in heaven, and thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Somebody on the other side, somebody in the beyond is definitely at your side. It's not your imagination. So maybe you're having prophetic dreams or stuff like that. You're seeing signs, scents, you know, sounds, maybe coming across things, touching things, and you're getting beautiful memories, and you think it's my imagination. No, it's not. It's authentic. It's real. Okay? Taurus. Let's see what we have for you, my beauties. Taurus, I feel that you got to bring it back to basics. Okay? I don't want you to get this wrong, but I'm always going to be honest with you. Taurus, it feels to me that for some of you, you spin yourself in a little bit of a web here. You've come from fear, so you've almost like spun yourself in this web where things have become a little bit pretentious, a little fake. You know, you may have sort of like portrayed a certain image, a message, whatever. You might still be doing it. I don't want to be ugly with you, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you're coming from a fake point of view, others are beginning to see that, and that is going to repel them away from you. Okay? Own up to things, and that will actually draw people to you. All right. Oh, your cards are just coming out. Alrighty. Oh, like that. Like it, love it, love it, love it. At the bottom of the deck, the Five of Wands. Be careful that you don't fight yourself too much. All right? Sometimes we do that in life. All right? So energies that you have, you've got the Star energy, the Ace of Wands. So the Star energy, beautiful Aquarius energy there, in line with the universe. Now is the time for you to really freaking shine. All right? The Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. It's almost like you're finally working out with your person. Things are finally working out for you. Life is finally coming together. Things are finally working out for you. All right? So with the Star energy there in the recent past, there's a lot of things that you had to go through. I can see that. There's a lot of hoops that you needed to jump through. It was hard. It was not easy. A lot of you had to go through a lot to get to where you currently are. You had to face a lot of challenges, a lot of uphill battles. It's been hard. It's been hard. All right? It has definitely been hard. And I feel that for some of you, you may have gone into sort of like fearful actions, you know, even like sort of like maybe like physical things to almost feel It feels to me like for some of you, it almost feels like you were losing at life. So you may have been, interacting in some things and actions and energies and people and activities and things to almost feel a little bit more value. And I mean, from time to time, we all do that as human beings. We all go into that level of fear. It's just human. But then I can see that despite all of that, you've really, really, really begun to find the light. And you've really got into that attunement, that alignment with the universe. Okay? So whatever it is, whatever sort of like, little sort of like fakey, shiny, whatever it is that you may have around you at the moment, you can let go of that now. You don't need that anymore. All right, that will actually hold you back. So if you had to tap into those sort of coping mechanisms at a point, my beautiful Taurus, we do the best that we can with what we understand when we're at this point. But now it's time to move away from that. All right. I see beautiful love. For some of you, you may think that it was over with someone. It doesn't just have to be a romantic connection. It could be a close connection, close relative, love, the job that you want, the desires of your heart. But it sort of feels that for many of you, you felt like, well, I really hope that would work. I really put so much hope into that and dream into that and everything into that and passion into that. But now it's not working. I see a positive turnaround here for you, a positive swing around in a very positive direction. All right, so it might take quite a bit of courage for you to do this at this particular point in time, Taurus, but now is the time for you to open your heart and to trust that life is really on your side, that life really does want you to win, that the universe really does want you to win, that people really do want to see you be successful. I do see that for some of you, you have hurt quite a lot of people in the process of coming to where you are, because for some of you, you may have sort of like dipped into that ego side of yours, the hurtful ego side of yours, which we all do from time to time when we become painful. But what I'm going to say to you is just own up to it. All right. Some of you might be concerned if you own up to things. Now, you really have to take this as it resonates. But I do feel that for some of you, you might be concerned if you own up to certain things, that there might be sort of maybe like legal implications in that. I don't really see that. In actual fact, I see that there might be legal implications if you do not. All right, maybe somebody just needs an acknowledgement here from you. Yes, you hurt me. Yes, you disrespected me. I am sorry for that. I really, really am. Can we find a better way together going forward? And that might even mean that you have to then go your separate ways. I do feel that for some of you that whatever energies, and it might be more than one that you interacted with during your painful times, it might be, moving forward might mean that you have to actually sort of go your separate ways. All right. Because I do see you being ready for something real, for something authentic, to really live your fullest, greatest experience of life right now. That is what you are ready for. Okay. Let's clarify. Quite a mouthful. Clarify that star energy. Because you really started to get back into tune there. So you might have noticed that, things were super challenging, but then they started to get better. And they started to get better because you started to get back in alignment with yourself. That is why they started to get better. Okay. So, clarifying that star energy, we've got the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. In the Eight of Cups, it's about understanding that it's time to go to that next level. It's about going towards more. Some people have a way of making that Eight of Cups super, like, cut these motherfuckers off and that sort of thing. But it is about understanding that the cycle here is complete. That whatever was meant to happen within the space has happened the way that it should have happened. And now it's time to gather your inner peace and to move forward to that next level. And, it's also definitely, and very, very definitely, it is a space moving forward. And this is something that you want to be careful of, because I do feel that maybe you're dealing with another Taurus in some way, or you're dealing with someone that might be a little bit stoky. I want you to be aware of that, moving forward, it kind of feels like that space of like, when you move forward and people speak about, you're taking no prisoners with you sort of thing. You want to be very careful with that, sort of like feeling like collateral damage, so to speak, they just happen to be there, bad for them, because that creates negative karma for yourself. So move forward. But I do feel that, I feel that it has been necessary, but you might want to check in the past again. Where did you maybe hurt people, disrespect people, that sort of thing, maybe con them a little bit, because fear can cause us to do those things. And it's almost like you go and get your heart back there again. All right, so wherever you left your heart, wherever you compromise and sacrifice yourself, sort of like getting your honor back again, so that you're fully authentically you. And something started to heal you with the relationship. So you may have been dealing with someone and could have felt like, well, it's never going to work. Well, it does seem like it's working out, which is beautiful. Clarifying that Ace of Wands, we have got the Four of Cups, the World Energy. So again, that cycle definitely is done, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so don't be close off to new, don't be close off to a second chance, don't be close off to giving things another try, my beautiful Taurus. Just because it didn't work before doesn't mean it's not going to work this time around, because now you are a different person to who you were before. You know, you are stronger, you are more ready, you are ready for love, you are ready for beauty, you are ready to grow into new and to grow into more. You are ready to go to that next level. Okay, so if you have been feeling super sort of like demotivated and not, you know, are you strong enough and capable enough? You are. You know, you are. You are definitely elevating to that next level. Okay. You are definitely elevating to that next level. Definitely beyond the shadow of a doubt. All right, let's see what you've got for you there with the King of Cups. What could be the outcome for you? Starting something new there with someone. Eight of Pentacles. Could be the same person. It doesn't have to be a new person. It's almost like you may have been dealing with someone. You needed to sort of get your own bearings a little bit. And even them maybe need to get their bearings too. Now you're ready to really authentically sort of move forward. Sometimes we have to lose a bit to get it, you know, and understand what it is that we're sacrificing. So, Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, Empress energy, Venus energy, beautiful coming together, things working out, beautiful things coming on board, people coming on board. So remember, you are at this point of the end of a cycle, and there might be a lot of things during the month of October, Taurus, that comes up, you know, that populates and lets you know that sort of like it's time to let this go. Temptation might definitely be quite strong during this month, and you want to, you know, you kind of want to ask yourself, well, do I want to go for this again? Am I still the person who went for this? You know, that sort of thing. Because I feel by the more you release with kindness, honor, and respect towards yourself, but the more you release, sort of like that, you know, those previous things that you may have taken on when you were coming from more pain and fear, the more you draw closer to your person, the more you bring beauty into your life, the more you bring positive resources into your life, and the more you spin your vibration in a positive direction, so beauty, love, and light comes into your life more and more and more. Okay. Let's see what angel prayers, what the angels have for you. What is a beautiful prayer for you at the moment, Taurus? Oh, wow, did you all see that? Focus your mind. So again, it's about that focus. All right, there's that Merkaba energy. What is it that you want? What is it that you're focusing on? Why are you doing what you're doing? Not doing what you're doing, not repeating what you repeated before. Why are you stepping away? Why are you stepping towards? Okay? It says, thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. All right. I hope that it helps, beautiful Taurus. That's what I got for you. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful month of October. Bruno, my doggy, I got a fan, and he's sort of like sussing the whole thing out and smelling it out. I just took it out of the box. All right. Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you. Capricorn, you are the final reading for the month of October on my end. Let's see what it is that we have. What is it that beautiful Capricorn needs to know? What is it that they need to be aware of? How can they grow? How can they expand? Five of Wands. Things are sort of like, you know, things may have been quite a bit rough there for you for a while. And what I want you to remember, my beautiful Capricorn, is that sometimes when we see drama outside, it actually reflects to us. It always actually reflects to us what is going on inside of us, what is out of balance inside of us. All right, so you may have realized in many ways that you have maybe been fighting yourself more than you needed to have been doing so. Sort of honest conflicts that have sort of like, surfaced over there. And they have surfaced because you are ready to heal them. And look at how beautiful that is. I'm going to show you the cards just now. But I can see that you're in the space where you are ready to elevate to that next level. You are ready to go to more. You are ready to experience more. And there's so much beauty, love, and light ahead of you. And your heart is ready to love. Your soul sort of brought you at the point where it was like, listen, I just want more now. So you've got the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups in your energies. So, as I said, there might have been sort of like inner conflict that was happening over here, my beautiful, beautiful Capricorns. But then, you're in the space where you are spiritually elevating right now. You are going to this next level right now. You are getting, it's almost like becoming lighter. So in that sense, I want you to also be aware, beautiful Capricorns, that whatever challenges that you went through, it was those things that are molding you. That sometimes we need to really understand what our no's are in order to really be able to fully grasp and really embrace our yeses and really embrace that next level that really works, to our greatest benefit and to our interest. So I can see right now you're in the space of beautiful spiritual alignment. And I'm going to say to you, Capricorn, release to source, release to the universe. And, even elevating your energy and your vibration, and ways in which you can do that. You can maybe meditate, light some beautiful candles, or you can it's really about getting out of your mind. So it might mean that if you're like me, you go to the roller coasters and it's crazy and you just get out of your brain, and you're just so in the moment. And so practice stillness, practice presence, practice being where you are. If you are, let's say you work from home or you work in an office space, instead of just focusing so much on like the clients and others and how it's for you, create a beautiful space for yourself first and foremost. All right, create a beautiful yourself for yourself first and foremost. That is how you draw prosperity to you. That is how you draw love to you. There's a lot of lots of people are admiring you right now. They want you to shine. They want you to be beautiful and amazing and incredible and successful and abundant and extra, if that's how you need to be. They want you to actually be all of that, because that in a sense, it's almost like by being you are giving other people permission to well, not permission, but to let them know that it's okay for them to also be themselves. So especially if you are in a capacity of service, whatever that service may be, a lot of times we try to be so proper, and we want to do this and this and that, because what if people say this and this and that, and so forth and so forth and so forth. But by really just authentically being you, crazy, wacko, fucking on top, over the top, whatever that may be, the more you are you, the more people relate to the authenticity of who you are, the more they want to be part of your life, the more they want to, they sort of like levitating towards you. They are kind of like drawn to you like a magnet. All right, that is what I'm getting for you. That there, it's really that beauty of who you are, the magnitude of who you are. So really just be you. You may have felt for the longest time that you maybe need to suppress yourself a bit for who you are, for whatever reason, beautiful Capricorn. But now is your time to shine. Okay, it's time for your magic to shine through. So let's see what we've got here for the Five of Wands. Clarifying the Five of Wands, please. So we've got the Judgment energy, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So I do see that for many of you, remember with that inner conflict of the Five of Wands, that for some of you, there was that space that you realized that whilst the outer world might be a mirror reflection of you, we are all sort of like, characters and actors playing in each other's games of life, reflecting the truth and authenticity of each other back to each other. In tarot, we call it the mirror of tarot. So for some of you, I do see that it's almost like, and maybe not even that consciously, but there have been those separations that started to take place between maybe you and some other people, where they sort of merge in that direction and you sort of like merge in that direction sort of thing. And for some of you, you may have really tried your utmost to make things work, to say, let's keep on having meetings together, be they in person, be they online, let's try to do some things. And it might almost feel like, that some people, they weren't all that interested you know, in sort of like doing that still. It's just because it was life trying to communicate to you. It wasn't about anybody being nasty or anything like that, but it was life trying to communicate to you that it's time to peacefully let those energies go so that you're ready for the new, ready for the more. And I also feel that for some of you, you may have felt super shitty at the point because you may have almost felt like, I feel that you kind of came to this realization where you realized you were so, you know, trying so hard to kind of make things work, and now they haven't worked, and you kind of might almost feel like, well, it's almost like I sacrificed so much of myself and gave so much of myself, and why did I do that? You know, we only do what we understand we can do at a point. At least you did your best, and that, I mean, I honor that, I respect that, you know. But then I see that you had to start doing your own things. Maybe a new friend came in, new things came in, new job, there's new that started for you. And it's like, for many of you, it's almost like you realize that less is more type of thing, you know. So maybe things didn't work out, we're going to go for a walk in our bubbles. Maybe things didn't work out the way that you would have liked them to work out, but I do see that you got to a space where you maybe had quote unquote less than before, but in a sense you sort of had more, because sometimes you realize that the more is not really more. You know what I mean? Let's clarify that High Priestess. It's like my favorite weather in Cape Town. It's like raining, which I love. So Temperance energy, Moon energy, and the Six of Cups. So Sagittarius energy there with the Temperance energy, Moon energy, Pisces energy. It's all about our dreams and our desires and our hopes and our wishes, and the Six of Cups. So where you currently are, there is still some work that is taking place. I do see you learning new ways of being. I see you aligning with new energies. So you're not so 100% there yet, and you know what, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Focus on your dreams. Focus on what you do want. You know, remember that space of almost like less is more. Focus on what it is that you do want, and you will see as you go forward there is still some healing that needs to be done here for your beautiful Capricorn. But, you know, focus on the healing bit by bit, and you don't have to do everything all at once. All right? Don't put this unnecessary pressure on yourself. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. So you've got the Lover's energy, the Devil energy, and the Seven of Wands energy. So you are ready for new, you're ready for beautiful and new, but in a way, October is a very shaping month for you. You kind of maybe still getting to see how you might, I don't want you to think of it as fickle, but how you're still holding on to certain things, hope, dreams, your desires, and so forth and so forth. So there is still some releases that need to take place. I also see that for many of you, you are progressing quite beautifully into life going forward, my beautiful Capricorns. And not everybody's ready to go with you. So a lot of people, they're meant to be on your path to get you ready to go to that next level. But now they sort of serve their purpose, and you have to progress onwards in life without them. Because, you know, it's that thing that, you know, sometimes, you know, certain people are in our life only for, you know, for a reason and a season. Okay. Let's see what the angels have for you. Spirit guides and guardian angels, there we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Shine your light with Archangel Uriel. And Uriel is all about manifestation in life, in the physical, fulfilling your heart's desires, fulfilling your deepest wishes and your hopes and your fears. You know, while moving away from your fears or the things that you were afraid of that you are now ready for. You know, and other people might not be ready yet. And, you know, what we can sometimes do is just send them love, wish them the best, but it does sometimes mean that we do need to make some clean breaks. So if life is trying to separate you from people, don't try to, like, you know, push and say, no, we must. Don't try to be like super glue, okay? It says, thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. You are ready for such beautiful, beautiful new Capricorn, and I'm sending you all the best from my heart. Namaste, love and light. And may the rest of your life be the best of your life.